Hello everyone, welcome back to more Tales of Arise. Things are interesting. We're in space. We're fighting various, well, high-end Renin elite Lenegus fortified swordsmen. There's these, of course, guys. We don't. Apparently, they seem like they're deeply mind controlled, which is an interesting addition. I don't know that it's necessary, but they are. Apparently, they seem like they have no free will.
You'll soon see about that. Take this.
Well, when you hurt me, you gotta suffer the pain.
Here's a healing arm.
Try harder. Armor won't save you. Like steel? Try harder. Time to let it rip. Coming through.
But again, the main way you power up that move is you get punched in the face.
Back into the fray.
You're mine.
I mean, the moves are pretty much like what we saw Legil use.
We won.
Cash, okay. I'm good with cash. Okay, teleport pod. To where? I don't know. The Forbidden Zone, perhaps?
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Magical sovereign time. Alright. Flash that sovereignness. Oh. There we go. Fancy.
It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
Ooh.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
Oh, it's a younger Alphen from the past.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say
fancy
no to
braid.
that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway.
Oh, he's all bitter. Not that I blame him.
What's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
It's all the same.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
I mean, she kept her word. In the end.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion. It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Shion, are you a clone?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere
Something astral,
It was a
something.
conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for...
Oh, astral energy.
But
You
how?
can do anything the
Why?
plot demands.
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah, it was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
And though after 300 years, I mean, there's a lot of people who's going
Even
to be your
putting aside the
ancestors.
question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alvin.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad.
They really don't.
I'd like to liberate them too, if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my
Yeah,
eyes from
some
the
of them
truth.
don't have it
Whether you're
great.
in Dana or somewhere
But
else,
compared to
you
what
always
you were
stay the
dealing
same.
with,
Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you.
they seem fairly new. He was
Not
mostly
that I'm
just
complaining.
angry and
Come on, let's bust
Didn't
this
like him
thing
much.
wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
oh, there's a Alright. Just the power, get the recharge. Boss fight. Who are we gonna fight?
Faria, how did you get in here?
And ahead of us, no less.
Something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
Magical mind. What the? Ooh. The Dark Master Core? Well, aren't you a friendly-looking fellow?
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk
Just
later.
saw her
Here it
holding a
comes.
Dark Master Core, buddy. Tormented limbs.
What? I've never known Faria to control noodles like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core?
Yeah.
Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the suit, then we get some answers.
Going in. That'll bring you down.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you!
It's weakened. This one.
This ends now!
Pull myself together.
You may be strong, but I'll never back down! I'm not done! Here I come!
Carving through its health.
I never miss. My natural energy. Aqua.
Take this!
Flaming meteor. Dance in the wind. Sleep now. Hurricane.
Nothing gets by
You
me.
picked the wrong fight!
Appreciate the
Oh, there we go. Got a whole lot of points out of this one.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help. Going in.
I'm not done!
Here's this.
Raining flash!
Air thrust.
Blew away!
Here's the last.
Raining flash! Blew away!
Oop. Got grumpy.
On your toes, everyone.
Try harder.
Take this. Hear me, flame of fury.
I can carve through armor.
Here goes spear. Here
Try
goes
harder.
freeze lancer.
Raining flash.
Iron Fist wall.
Here I come.
Dragon
Sword. Now we're not. I'm not done. Strike. Lay inside me. Here. Let me let free.
Thanks so much. Between heaven and earth. Hurricane If it's in the sky, it's mine. Freeze lancer. That'll bring you down.
This is looking good. Take this. Can't get out of this. Raining flash.
Denied.
Time to let it rip.
Magic take it. Turn into the shadows. Hurricane
Explosive ring. We've got him on the run.
Don't get caught.
Rush. Coming through.
Yeah, that's a good combo of hits.
Now. Scarlet Inferno.
I'll heal you all.
20k left.
Not today. No further. It's pinned down. I'm not done. Dragon Force.
There we go. And you're toast. You weren't so bad as a boss. I wonder if Valrun's immortal. I just had another thought. I wonder if he's immortal too.
Now it's just her. Varia, can you hear me? Varia.
She's preparing another summoning.
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Can you shoot that out of her hand then? Thank you.
Forgive me.
Ooh. Right in the stomach.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case,
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was
I've been
curious what
stalking
you're up
you.
to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
Blind trust.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones.
Oh.
If it wasn't for me.
She probably would have lost loved
You're
ones.
wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria.
Yeah.
As for Tarnigan,
If it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
What if we're gonna find a
You
fishing
can't
spot in this
atone,
place?
Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul searching or trying to make amends is going to change that.
Don't think that's what he thinks atoning
Forgiveness,
means.
Acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
That sounds a little like atoning.
Still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference.
Could you imagine though,
Punishing yourself
if they were
for
doing all
past
these speeches,
won't make the
but there was
pain
like a
of your
necromancer
conscience
from the
go away.
party, just being quietly
Only
offended.
fixing the problem
It's like,
instead.
well, why do you guys
Is that
gotta
what you're
hate on the
saying?
dead so much?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
That's it again. This still sounds like atoning. Just he had the wrong
Don't
approach
forget,
to
we've
it.
still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
All right.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right?
Faria the Pawn.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Yes.
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no
It's a good
question.
assessment of what's
That
going on.
attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
I'm looking for my next fast travel point.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Don't you
Yeah.
hear the music chanting in the background?
It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
Ooh. This is a fancy room. I like how it's at least get a different eye. It's his right eye, her left eye.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Ooh. Hey, it's the Thorns! Hey, buddy. Spooky. want to see more of what he did.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
Hey, I played Chrono Trigger. The end of time's not so bad.
The apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her, it reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
Spooky.
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling.
Maybe it's the will of
Just like
Rena.
the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want Oblivion.
Yeah.
You can't say that for sure.
And even if it does, we should probably
Squabbling
not.
over theories will get us nowhere.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of.
To be fair, Alphen,
They may
you
be the
aren't.
kinds of truths I need to confront.
You're
if we're
pretty
going to
uninformed
keep
about a lot of
fighting
what's
it.
going on.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way. Soon, we might very well learn the truth. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens,
That's
just need a little
the
time.
Alright, well. Guess we're going back here. Since I want to upgrade my weapons and heal up before we go deeper and deeper and deeper.
We've reached our destination.
There we are. The Sclopetum Rene. The Historia Rene. Alright, well, I'm gonna do some selling of random things that I have apparently oodles of, like lustrous crystals and all that sort of stuff. So we'll see you all later.